variety of examples where that really provides the kind of, not just coordination work, but to be keeping their eye on the ball for the future kinds of growth opportunities, as John was mentioning. Okay, so take home points. You can play as leaders in the county important and really uniquely important roles in promoting this kind of success over time in economic development. The models that tend to succeed are ones where there is broad buy-in, where there's time taken to come up with a common vision up front, as opposed to trying to work it out on a project by project basis. And the communities that succeed, counties, regions that succeed, are those that are really increasing human capital, the education, the skills, the knowledge, the networks that are necessary for the innovation economy. No place can succeed without investing in those kinds of human assets. I thank you for your time, and I look forward to conversation with you. Okay. So, Allison, I don't know how we wanted to do it, but we can just be available, accessible for questions or comments. And
yeah, I'm thinking that maybe there's some questions that people have based on these presentations, and then just kind of exploring what this all means. Is there anything that kind of really resonated for people? Any ideas that any of the board members particularly are interested in?
Well, to the board members, besides Supervisor Pinch's comments, which are going to kind of radiate out from water, I picked up a number of high detail points that we could access right away. We're looking at a new hospital up in Willits. We could kind of focus economic development around the job opportunities there. We've had long ongoing discussions about interoperable communications, or the lack of, mainly. The low-speed internet versus the high-speed railway. Outside of this local area, we really don't have much. And that's been a long ongoing discussion we've had. And the niche marketing, manufacturing. There's a small computer machine shop in Covelo. His parts are so small it ships by UPS. There's a small machine shop in Walla that builds all the race cars in the world. Their fuel injector parts for Indy cars, Formula cars, NASCAR, right here in our own county. And he's the go-to guy. He has 3 or 4 employees, but it's well over $1 million a year business out of a little nondescript barn in Walla. So a number of things I picked up on your conversation, I'm sure my colleagues have too, that we already have bits and pieces of, that with some study, et cetera, we could move very easily into the support mode for those businesses and help them grow locally. So, to my colleagues.
I'll start. First of all, one of Ronald Reagan's one of his famous comments was, he says, the last thing that business people want to hear is that I'm from government and I'm here to help. And I don't think any truer words have said, Probably, I guess you'd call it the elephant in the room here, is 2/3 of our economy in Mendocino County is the marijuana industry. And maybe, I don't think it's because marijuana is such a great product and people love it that much over wine or beer or taking a Tylenol or whatever the hell they want to use. The only difference in the marijuana industry is it's totally unregulated. And if you really look at it, the government's done everything they can to help that industry, by creating a price support system for it. If the government creates a price support system for livestock or grapes or corn or cotton or rice to that degree that they've done in the marijuana business, well, those businesses would be a whole lot better how do you top that? Of course, here in Mendocino County, we're doing everything we can to try to stop that, which I'm not sure I understand. You know, we have some real problems in Mendocino County. Our overall schools, including the charter schools, our attendance is down 16%. That's, you know, and your average daily attendance, that's what funds the schools. So you not only have a lowering of the schools, you have a real financial problem. Forget about the state cuts in education, just because you're gonna have less funding, less kids. You know, but you think about what's happened in the last 15 years. When we used to talk about Georgia Pacific Corporation, they had the mill on the coast and they had the resin plant. Louisiana Pacific Corporation had 5 sawmills going, sometimes 2 and 3 shifts. Now they sold out to MRC, which has 1 sawmill. Remco Hydraulics, Masonite Corporation, Little League Industries, Harvard Products, and a total shutdown of our Jackson State Forest. You know, then you take the coast, they've shut down all the fishing in the ocean. They've shut down all the logging in the Mendocino National Forest, which is the whole eastern side of us. And if you look at our